Hi guys. So the challenge this week is to talk about our project that we're creating. So the project that I'm working on is a project about the life cycle of a butterfly. So we kind of work on cycles in science with our kids every year in first grade. And I thought it would kind of be um, the easiest way to integrate technology is into science because there's so many videos and there's so many different ways that you can have them show what they learned in science. So I'll kind of give you a brief overview of what I'm doing for my project. Um, so we'll be doing about 6 lessons in this unit, kind of like thematic unit. So they'll get to learn all the characteristics of the butterfly, what a butterfly looks like. They'll get to see firsthand a caterpillar changing into a butterfly. Um, and it's kind of cool because students really are engaged in it because it takes place right in our classroom. Um, every day. So the writing's also integrated into this. So it's not just science. They have a journal that they will write their observations in. Um, and at the end, I did put in here that the students will you create a class book about the life cycle of a butterfly using the app Pixie. I actually am switching it to the app Seesaw. I find that Seesaw is a little easier to work with and a little more family friendly and more student friendly than Pixie is. So I will go ahead and show you what that looks like. So here's Seesaw when I log in. So Seesaw is kind of like an online portfolio for your students. And there's so many different activities that they can do. So we use iPads, and so I can assign them an activity, reading, math, writing, any type of curriculum area, and I can assign it to all my students in my class on my account. And then when they log themselves in, they are able to complete the activity. They can post it kind of like an Instagram story. And of course, I would approve all the posts just to make sure that the assignment was done correctly. So I'll just kind of walk you through. So this is what the teacher homepage looks like. Um, and what's really great is that some teachers are like, oh, well, should I customize an activity just for my kids? But the really great thing is there's so many activities already created, and they're all free to use for the most part. There are ones that you can pay for, but most of them are free that we use. So so I already have it right here. So one of the activity that my kiddos are going to do at the end of this unit is going to be writing a story. So they're going to be writing a page in a story um, about what they learned about the butterfly. So here's what an activity looks like. So you can see that it was created by a different teacher. It gives you the student instructions of what they would see. So use the task card to help you write the story. They could use the pencil tool, which means they would get to write with their finger, or they could use the text tool, and they could actually type in case a lot of our kids they find the writing is easier because they can tap out their words, and then they would hit the check when it's done. So it shows you exactly what the template will look like that they're using. Um, and then I'll show you. So I will like this assignment. So now it's saved to my library, so I can access it anytime. So I could assign it to my students. So I already added all my kids in. And so what I would do is it's already clicked, and I could even schedule it. So I could schedule it for certain days. This, though, you'll see you do have to pay more. So I only do the free version, so I can't assign it for specific days. So it is that day of. But if you want to pay, that's also something. So I would assign it to one class. And so now it's really cool because it does show you exactly what students would have to do. So they would sign in on their iPad or whatever device they're using, and then they would go to their activities tab, and they would hit add, and they would complete the assignment. And then I could see what they post right here. So it's kind of really cool, just because you can see it in real time. Um, and I find that students are they're really interested in seeing what the other kids produce, and they're really just encouraging of other students as they're working. Um, so One of the difficulties though that I'm facing uh, was one challenge already is that I found that the app that I was going to use wasn't exactly user friendly, and so I just switched to Seesaw because I have used that before and I found that to be much more student friendly, and it's really cool because you can connect the parents and the parents can see as well. And it's a portfolio, so they can keep that login and it will go with them. And so even next year or the year after, they can always look at what they did in first grade. So it's kind of cool as like a little memory. But that was one of my biggest challenges, I think, was just finding the right technology. I knew how I wanted to integrate it, but at the same time, not every app is going to work for my kids. You definitely have to look at grade level and just user friendliness. So that's kind of my project right now. Yeah, so thank you.